Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Enables Dogdom in the late game, and this is opting into some early game power discrepancy where I think Peanut on the Trundle should feel very comfortable, especially considering the weak mid laner that is opponent.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Pretty comfortably, as well as we can see. No smite required. Def just throws a piercing arrow there. He's also the Trundle. So, okay, Dogdom going to be able to avoid the Solar Flare, the majority of it anyway, as the hook is going to connect onto Def. There's a Moonlight Vigil as well as Kellen well and truly in there. The play comes back, but Willer is here. The flash forward from Vista, and that's going to be first blood going over to Def. Dogdom, nothing he can do about his support going down. To threaten things like the Soul Point is possibly coming through, very much hoping for a Cloud Soul, as there it is. I love it. Today is a much better day than yesterday.
It has to be done. This is that third Drake, a really big one that has Nongshim. I don't think you want to give up, and Nongshim, I've been okay with a lot of the things that you feel like, oh, but now I want to fight.
Yep. Not going to find the Zenith Blade. There's the Solar Flare as Vista gets over the wall and Def just pops the Thresh. Teleport's now coming in as Willer's going to have to flash away. Heartbreaker there as well, as there's the ultimate from Rich. The team fighting on this guy still very good, as Vista will be taken down in the end. Dogdom going to claim that kill, as I believe it was just a 1-for-1, but the health bar's looking pretty good. Oh, I say that until Def lands a piercing arrow, and that is going to mean that Nongshim now on the back foot just a little bit. Willer at 50%. No one actually going to start this one off just yet. Now Hanwha come on through. They should be able to get to Soul Point now, so a big win for Hanwha Life Esports. And
that was, I think, a nice attempt to try and start a fight, but the damage that comes through from this Lethality Varus for the second time feels somewhat unexpected for Nongshim. Don't think they were quite ready for the amount of burst that came through Threaten anymore, and that's going to be a recurring problem with the Nongshim comp, is you actually need to set up shop and you need to make sure that Hanwha Life can't just walk in with vision, because it's going to be very deep into enemy territory, doesn't actually want to risk anything. Happy that Hanwha Life are not deciding to try and go all in on this. It's one Cloud Drake.
Yeah,
how dare you?
I don't want to beat around the bush or anything.
How dare you?
This has been somewhat of a classic LCK lull state situation. Which is okay, because getting slightly out-rotated. Dogdom with some free reign on this turret will be able to take it down. Now Vista looking for Peanut. Okay, no Zenith Blade going to connect, and the Pillar of Filth comes through. Hook not going to land either, as that's a teleport, an aggressive one as well, as Willer heads into the mist, and Rich just gets out of there. Kellen going to get slowed down by the Solar Flare, as Morgan looks for it, finds the stun with the hook shot. Kellen goes golden, a 4-man Moonlight Vigil, though, is going to do a lot of damage, as Rich ulties, but doesn't really find too much. Morgan goes into his stopwatch, and it's 2 kills now for Hanwha Life Esports, who are now looking to turn it. There's the Heartbreaker onto Peanut, who's trying to run this one out. Vista falls down, but the resets are coming through, and Dogdom trying to hold on to this one. Flashes over the wall, but Def finds him with the hail of arrows, and Rich now, the last man standing. There's no Drake to take, but how about a Baron or some turrets here, Hanwha Life Esports?
And that's exactly the risk that we were talking about. Nongshim try to force in vision with a flank teleport from Rich. What happens instead is he goes in and immediately has to use his flash. And that flash means that later on, when there is a beautiful Moonlight Vigil getting hit from Dogdom, it doesn't lead to anything. There's no follow-up damage. Gory teleporting in the middle of 5 people. Is just gonna immediately blow him up, and then the subsequent punish from Hanwha Life, very well deserved. That's Baron.
Yeah.
Have the position to try and get themselves a soul as well. And
oh no, Rich goes for the face check. Slicing Maelstrom does come through. There's the Zhonya's at the same time. Nongshim, can they get here though to save their Ken? And the answer's no, as Vista moves on forward. He's looking for Peanut, who has no flash, no escape. Deft grabs his 6th of the game. And Hanwha will be able to collect themselves the Cloud Soul as well to augment the Baron that they already have. No smite, no chance of a steal. And Hanwha are in absolute control of this game.
And now get threatened by either a Scatter, a Pillar, or Rich. They're fine.
Do you know what is really, really scary about this? Chovy straight up whiffed his ultimate, as I'm gonna have to hold that thought. Explosion, and goodbye Leona. As Kellen in a bit of trouble as well. Hanwha seeing whether they can put them in a position that they want them. Def almost by himself taking down Kellen, as he has absolutely 0 mana, and now is walking into the Pillar. The rest of Hanwha moving on over. Immediate flash there from Def, as they were buying space for Chovy to come through, and now he's going to be the one that sweeps everyone up. Willer decides he wants to be an AD carry, and that baiting was just magnificent from this Varus.
All planned,
What the
Atlas.
heck, man?
As Deft working very hard to keep his perfect KDA here, and surely that's going to be the end. 20 seconds still left on the Baron buff, but look at the Deft timers, and I thought maybe Deft dies, but then they still turn the fight. He doesn't even go down.
It's exactly like what he said after that Baron fight. He's like, well, I have my flash available. I'm the one that needs to make the play. Well, he did it. He made the last play, and the Nexus is going to follow suit. Hanwha upgrading their performance from yesterday with a Game 1 victory. They